A new movie details the true story of a former Homeland Security agent who has devoted his life to rescuing children from human traffickers.
When God tells you what to do, you cannot hesitate.
Sound of Freedom stars Jim Caviezel. It tells the story of Tim Ballard, a government agent who quit his job to devote his life to rescuing children from sex traffickers. The movie will be released on Independence Day, July 4th. Recently, our own Tracy Sable spoke with the movie's Catholic producer, Eduardo Verástegui.
Well, Eduardo, it's so good to be with you today. Tell us why it was important for you to make this film, and also how you came to know Tim Ballard and his story.
I met Tim Ballard 8 years ago. I met him and his friends, ex-Navy SEALs, ex-FBI agents, ex-CIA agents in Los Angeles, California. And when I learned what they were doing, when they told me what they were doing, these guys travel. They travel around the world, undercover, rescuing children who were kidnapped for sexual exploitation. And when they explained to me in details what these children are going through, the pain and the suffering of these children, of course, on one hand, I was very inspired by their work. On the other hand, I was in shock. I was depressed. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep for many for many days. And I remember when they looked at me and they said, "Eduardo, it's very sad what we are telling you. But it's more sad now that you know it if you do nothing." And I asked myself, what can I do? Because you cannot look the other way around anymore. Otherwise, you are part of the problem. When you don't know, you don't know. But now that you know, you must do something. I'm a filmmaker, I'm an actor, I have a weapon of mass instruction, and inspiration. We can raise awareness. So we have a very long conversation. I asked him a lot of questions. For example, when he told me that this is a global problem, he told me that US is the #1 consumer of child abuse, the #1 consumer of child sex, and Mexico is the #1 provider. I was in shock. And I asked him, how come if the United States is the most powerful country in the world, if you guys have the money, intelligence, technology, the army, the police, everything, how come we don't finish this problem here? And he said, because it's not a priority. Okay, how can we turn this into priority? Well, Eduardo, we are not the solution, unfortunately, to finish this problem. We are the solution for one child, for two, for three. Of course, one child, you save one child, and you save the world. We, thank God, rescue 4,000 or 5,000 children. But we are not the solution because we're talking about millions of children in the world that are kidnapped for sexual exploitation. These kids are being raped 10 to 15 times a day, and after many years, they open them and sell their organs. So we need a movement. Why? Because then we can put pressure in government so this issue can become a priority. And when it becomes a priority, then together, society, government, entertainment, news, media, we all together, we can end this terrible reality. So that's when I realized that I was called to make a movie, but not only a movie, I want to dedicate my life along with Tim and many other soldiers around the world, warriors who are not afraid to fight to eradicate child trafficking.
Yeah, very important. And I want to mention this, Jim Caviezel, devout Catholic, like yourself. He plays Tim Ballard in the movie. Tell us why he was cast.
When I was tired of waiting for this hero actor to portray Tim Ballard, I told Tim, for some reason, these actors are not responding to your story. Who do you want to play you? And I should have started there, but I thought I wanted to surprise him with someone else, and he said, "Well, I would love to. Let me think about it. Yeah, just tell me who's your dream? Who do you want to play you?" And he said, "Jesus Christ." He said, "Well, I cannot afford that. I don't think he will do your." No. I'm talking about the guy who played Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Jim Caviezel, do you know him? He said, I know him. Let me send him a text. But he doesn't look like you. He's taller than you. He's older than you. And then he said, it doesn't matter. I'm looking not just for a great actor. I'm looking for someone that can be an ambassador of freedom, someone that can, make this film, but embrace this mission for the rest of his life. And I believe that he has that heart.
And we thank Tracy Sable for that interview very much. In part 2 next week, Eduardo Verástegui tells us more about the role his Catholic faith plays in his work.